Yo, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Minhang, and what we're going to be talking about today is how to not be weird around people. I am probably really weird. I have said some messed up things, weird things, that I've been heavily judged for. So I'm not the best example of how to not be weird. Uh, I've been judged for a lot of things that I've said, and heavy judgments, maybe judgments to the point where I get death threats. So I'm I'm not a great teacher on how to not be weird. But coming from a pretty weird dude, these are the things that I've learned on how to not be weird. So, first thing is realizing that there's no such thing as being weird. Weird is a judgment. We are infinite beings, infinitely free to be as we want, as we choose to be. No matter how fucked up it is or no matter how saintly it is, we have the absolute freedom to be as we are. And that's life. That's the infinity of everything. That is the isness of everything. So to consider yourself weird, that is not true. You cannot be weird. There is no such thing as weird. There's just people interested, and there are people that are just not interested. So allow yourself to sit with the sensations of being weird. Allow yourself to sit with the sensations of being disapproved of by the world. Allow it all to come up. Imagine something where someone disapproved of you. Imagine the world ostracizing you. Allow those sensations to come up. To be with it. Once you've fully sat with those sensations and you felt that release, the second thing that has been really helpful for my journey is sometimes it's okay to take a step back. I'm a pretty freaking weird dude. I am unapologetically authentic as hell. And sometimes that can trigger people. So I have to be able to learn how to take a step back, and I have to be able to learn how to be empathetic with others. So to those of you that have released on approval to a great degree, and somehow you receive a lot of disapproval from others, what I would suggest to you is to be empathetic again and to take a step back, because some people are not ready for your full expression. The thing is that a lot of quote unquote weird people are actually people that have felt suppressed on some level, and they really want to fully express themselves. They fully want to, just fully be, because society has hampered them down so much. I was one of those guys where I felt like society was holding me back from allowing myself to be fully myself. And what I learned from that is that there's 3 stages that we go through. First is suppression, second is expression, and third is release. So the thing is that for me, the reason why I was getting disapproved of so much is that I was caught up in stage 2. I was expressing myself to the absolute degree. It was just like expression, 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 expression. I have to be fully free in my expression. And that got me to the point where I went to jail because I really wanted to fully express myself. Now, this is helpful because it helps you let go of a lot of fears. We have a lot of negative programming around approval. And sometimes we need to take actions. We need to express ourselves in certain ways to be able to let go a lot of that negative programming. But the thing is, for me, I was kind of caught in that paradigm of just constantly trying to push the barrier, push the expression limits, and it would trigger people. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with triggering people. You're not bad because you trigger people. But then there's another stage that we can get to, and there's more effective interactions there. There's more loving interactions there and more powerful interactions there. And if we want to be able to influence people, if we want to be able to have deep connections with people, we have to be able to understand this. So we want to be able to release. So when we allow ourselves to release rather than express, rather than identify as this persona that needs to express itself to the maximum degree, we want to be able to release this identity. We want to be able to release this persona. What you are is not this persona, this body, this person. What you are is the observer of this person. What we are is the awareness of this person. And when we let go of our identity and we become the silent background, the silent observer, the non-thinking space that is constantly, without even you doing anything, observing everything, when we identify with that space, we start to be able to release the persona. No longer do we need to continue animating the persona to be able to feel this feeling of expressing ourselves. It's like there's no need to express, or there's no need to express ourselves constantly. When we let go of this identity of constant expression, we're naturally quiet. We naturally feel this non-need to say anything. What happens is that now when we do say things, we can say things more from a selfless place. No longer are we saying things to kind of fulfill this suppressed emotion that has been holding us back. Now we can just express ourselves from a truly selfless place. Again, this doesn't mean that we need to suppress ourselves, that we need to suppress our expression. That's not it. This is just a place where if we feel like we've pushed ourselves to the max, because it's very important, keep in mind, it's very important to still let go of our negative programming around approval. This is only for people that have released a lot of that negative programming around approval. And, this might be a huge aid. At least, just speaking for myself, I don't know exactly your situation. Maybe this is helpful, and even though you haven't fully released on approval, I don't know. So like a good example of this is like, man, I don't want to judge these people at all, but those people that like walk around like fully nude. It's like they need to walk around completely nude in order to feel like they're in full expression. Now, I agree that it's very good to be able to, experiment with that, because we're letting go of our negative programming around approval. But then there gets a certain point where, we've pushed it to the max already. And, we have to ask ourselves, okay, do we still need to continue expressing ourselves in this way as a fuck you to society, as a fuck you to all the disapproval, right? Like, we don't need to continue saying fuck you to the world. Because the thing is the world is you, that we are absolutely one. Why are we constantly rebelling against the world? Like, everybody is teaching us, people that are more quote unquote socially conditioned, they teach us how to go into the nothingness, right? And people that are less socially conditioned, they teach us to be in the allness of life, right? So it's like everybody is our teacher, everybody is our master. So rather than rebelling against the world, and I'm saying this partially for myself because I was the biggest rebel against the world, I had to express everything to the maximum degree. See everybody as our master, see ourselves as the master. Like, we don't need to be the rebel anymore. We can see ourselves as the master and everybody as the master, right? As the boss. Everybody's the boss, everybody's the teacher. We no longer need to be that rebellious student, you know? So yeah, this is how to not be weird. Yeah. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video and this video resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Pretty, please.